Good morning. I can't believe I haven't said good morning at the beginning of these videos. What the is wrong with me? I need to take a quick second to shout out the Sub to our team. So late last night, got an email newsletter from the team over at Sub2R. The Sub2R is the camera you are currently looking at me through right now. And they had released not only an update to SCC, which is Sub2R Control Center, but they also pushed an FX3 and an FPGA update to the chips on the camera. Now, this is awesome for multiple reasons, but the things that I am excited for, and I'm going to do a quick desktop capture here, is here's what the SCC looks like. This is basically the control panel for your camera. They have added binning, which is fantastic for people who are existing in low light. They have a FPS slider now, which means you can change the FPS of the camera on the fly if you so wish. As you can see, I'm sitting at a 30 right now. But over on the camera tab, they have added a white balance slider, which I know probably seems like something that should have been there from the beginning. But look, this is a small team. They're trying to do all this shit from the ground up. And this has just made the camera that much more accessible to people who aren't so great at configuring their cameras. And one of the biggest hurdles for me was learning how to get good color using RGB sliders. But once you get it, it's really easy to get back to it. But having that white balance slider has just been fantastic. And as you may or may not know, this whole control panel, you can actually save presets and load them at any time, which means even after you reboot your computer, you still can just load a preset, which is, in my opinion, one of the greatest features of this camera and why I love it so much. And I've only had this camera for about a year and a half. The amount of updates that this company has pushed is astounding. They are constantly working on it, constantly adding features, and just seeing all these firmware updates and these control center updates are fantastic. #ad. They did send me this camera for free, but I'm such a believer in it. I love it. I've been using it for, like I said, a year and a half now. Can't say enough nice things about it. Good morning. Like I mentioned before, I can't believe out of all of these morning videos, good morning is what I haven't started with. I don't know why. Maybe we could start that. But hi, I haven't been really keeping up with my 3 videos a week schedule. For whatever reason, in the mornings, I've been getting up, and then instead of running and then recording a morning video, I've just been working from like 4:45 all the way up until 7:30 when I needed to leave, go grab the quickest shower possible, and then I would leave for work. In some mornings, I'm learning to try and be a little bit more flexible with what I do in the morning. Instead of having like a hard set routine, try to be flexible with things. And that's another reason why I spread out the morning videos to happen on Tuesdays and Thursdays, is so that on the days where I maybe wake up a little bit later, or I'm not able to go run because A, the gyms are shut down right now, or B, it's cold and raining, I'm not going out and making myself susceptible to sickness. I want that flexibility, right? And there's days where I fall asleep thinking about the project that I had just left on my computer, and I wake up and I immediately just want to go to the computer and continue to work on that project. Like today, I was at my computer at 4:40 today, and I edited a video all the way up until about 7 o'clock. And it was just one of those days where I know that I probably could have gone out and ran, or I probably could have done some sort of exercise just to get my exercise for the day. I just couldn't stop editing the video. And I've put out a couple teasers on Twitter regarding this video that I'm editing. It's basically a super long talking head video of me explaining everything that has happened up until this point, the changes that I've made in my life currently, and what my plans are for the future. And right now, that video is 1 hour and 5 minutes. I'm going to be doing some trimming. I'm going to be doing, a little bit of editing, see if there's anything I can't remove, but I'm almost pretty sure that this is going to be 1 hour long, and it's probably excessive but I don't know. I think this video is going to be kind of therapeutic for me. I think I go over a lot. It was good to talk about all of these things out loud. And I think it's a good segue. I think it's a good primer for what is to come in the Knackers world, So I'm not going to go too hard on it, because I want it to be what it is. I wrote the script for this video over the course of months, and I revised it, and I edited it, and I moved things around, and I was just very, very happy. And I'm sure that some of these parts are going to be very rambly, not so much ranty, but I'm probably going to mumble my way through some things. But again, for whatever reason, I just don't feel compelled to remove anything. So yeah, it's going to be that. And for those curious, this video is going to be played at the beginning of my very first stream back, which at this time is probably going to, I'm so sorry, is probably going to be April, like the first week of April. Right now, it all depends on how much longer it takes me to record the rest of this video, because I still have some other things I need to shoot. All the talking head parts are done, trimmed, edited, completed. I just still need to do that other thing. The reason I started this morning video was because I wanted to talk about the first 5 minutes of waking up. So every morning at about 4:30, my lights in the room turn on, and they pop on one by one. There's 5 lights in this like octopus lamp, and there's 5 LifeX smart bulbs, and one by one they pop on their dimmest brightness, and then they slowly get brighter, and then around 4:30 they are at full bright white. And I get up. 4:30 is when my first alarm goes off, so I have to get up, walk across the room, and I turn off the alarm on the phone that's sticking to the wall. And for those first couple minutes, how is there so hair? I love pets. I love our pets. I am so fucking sick of hair. There's always hair everywhere, absolutely everywhere. It's currently stuck to my forehead and dripping down in front of my eyes. I hate it so much, and I wear so much black, especially for work. Those first couple minutes of waking up, I'm standing there, and I'm trying to go through all these things in my head, right? Of like, okay, what do you have to do? Could you afford to get back in bed and sleep for another 20 minutes? And that is the death trap, because if you get back into bed after your first alarm goes off, you're done for. You're absolutely done for. It sounds like a great idea at the time, but you will feel worse after you get that extra sleep rather than if you just got up and you did it. And I will stand there with my eyes closed, and I'll usually pet the kitty because he's laying on the end of the bed, and it's just psyching myself up. Just, oh, you got to get up. I know it's early, but you got to do it. You got to get up. To me, those first 5 minutes are the most crucial. And I always tell myself that in those minutes, you are deciding if you are going to be old knackers or new knackers. These minutes are the deciding factor between people who get it done and the people who don't. And it's every morning, it's like this battle to convince myself that I have to stay awake. If every time that I shut down the alarm and I get back to bed is a failure. And I have to think about it that way, because how else are you supposed to set routines for yourself if you don't try your hardest to stick to them? And in this time where I've been, experimenting with my mind and my brain, I've been trying not to be too hard on myself with certain things, but getting out of bed when the alarm goes off and staying awake is like the one main thing that I've really tried to stick to. And there are days where I've been like, you know what? I'm just going to sleep in till 6, which I know is like so crazy to say. And I've done that both on the weekends and during the weekdays. If there's a day where I know I have to get up early for work, like I have to leave by 6:30 or 7, I'll just sleep until 6, and then I'll wake up, get in my shower. I'll try to fit in a small meditation session, and then I'll get on my way and go. And that I've learned needs to be very spread out. I can't do that often, or else I'm just going to fall right back into my old ways. I'm trying so hard to maintain this routine of being up early. And so far it's done pretty well. And I've even been moving my run to the afternoons now that it's been nicer and warmer. And by warm, I'm talking 40, 50 degrees, which is basically shorts and t-shirt weather. Been running outside, and in the afternoons, it's been fantastic. And I know that I should be exercising in the morning because there's less of a chance I will make an excuse to not go running. However, running when there's sunlight, less of a chance of getting hit by a car, and there's warmth is just like a great thing. So I've kind of been alternating, running sometimes in the morning, running sometimes in the afternoon. Unfortunately, on the really cold days, I can no longer go to the gym because all the gyms are closed down due to Corona. But, you know, we're making do. And routine is where it's at. Got to keep the routine. And it's been 11 minutes. I'm sorry. I hope you have a great morning. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for checking in with me and seeing what's going on in my life. I hope to check in with you soon. You know, it's March 17th, and I'd like to say that I'm going to see you guys live on stream in a couple weeks. I just got to finish this video. Once I finish this video, it's go time because I've missed you. I hope you miss me too. Okay. Goodbye.